In this case, the two applicants were members of the terribly persecuted Hazara minority from Afghanistan. They had made their way to Australia and had been permanent residents for more than 4 years. As a result, they met the residence requirements to become Australian citizens. They both applied for Australian citizenship. Now, once a person applies for Australian citizenship, an administrative decision must be made by the minister or their delegate whether to grant the applicant citizenship. And there's no actual time frame set out in the statute for making such a decision. One of the men waited for 18 months and the other one waited for 23 months, and still no decision had been made in their case. So they applied to the federal court for review of the government's failure to make a decision. Section 7 of the Administrative Decisions Judicial Review Act allows people to challenge a government's failure to make a decision. Now, this put the court in something of a difficult position. If the statute provided a time frame, then it would have been an easy one. If the decision had not been made after the time frame expired, well, then there would have been a failure to make the decision. But what should the rule be if there was no time frame? There was previous authority which recognised that even if there was no time frame in the statute, there was still a requirement for some type of time frame. Otherwise, government decision makers could just avoid decisions forever. Those authorities held that a decision must be made within a reasonable time. Justice Bromberg reviewed those authorities in some detail, along with authorities from Canada. He noted that what is reasonable is really a matter of context, depending on the nature of the decision and the general scheme of the statute. But then he went further, identifying and applying 3 principles from the Canadian cases. He found that there would be unreasonable delay in making a decision if 1. The delay has been longer than the nature of the process required, prima facie. 2. The applicant is not responsible for the delay. And 3. The authority responsible for the delay has not provided a satisfactory justification. From this case, we learn that if there is no statutory time frame for a decision, those 3 principles will guide the court in deciding whether to issue an order compelling government officials to make the decision.